Next week, Israel's High Court of Justice will take up the issue of a co-ed prayer space at the main Western Wall Plaza. The chief rabbinate is arguing the court has no legal authority to decide matters of religious practice at the site. The Women of the Wall prayer rights group, several other organizations as well, they're demanding that the government follow through on its original plan to add an egalitarian prayer section. The Women of the Wall group was at the wall this morning. They were met there by dozens of shrieking protesters trying to disrupt them. Here's what happened on I-24 News.
By a small amount of Jews, and anytime you have a small number of people representing themselves as the whole.
So fake, by the way, that you love it. It's so fake.
Our correspondent, Jordana Miller, reports now from these protests from the scenes of the chaos at the Western Wall.
That scuttle you just saw was probably the most violent here today, but there was a lot of tension as the Women of the Wall held their Shacharit prayer service here next to the Western Wall. There were many more young Jewish girls covered with scarves over their faces, yelling, screaming, blowing whistles, some even spitting on the women. Now, this is a very passionate and divisive issue. How will Jews be able to pray here at Judaism's holiest site? The Orthodox have for decades controlled the customs here, and now Women of the Wall are saying, after 30 years of fighting, that they want Reform and conservative Jews to have their own place here, a place they can pray as they want, wearing kippahs or taluses, reading from the Torah, holding services with men and women. And this is a deal that the Israeli government had first signed off on, a site further south from here, to accommodate the Reform and conservative Jews, but now that deal has been torpedoed. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu pulling the plug on it. Earlier today, I spoke with Anat Hoffman. She's the director of Women of the Wall and one of the protesters who came here to voice their opposition to Women of the Wall. Take a listen to both.
I expect that we are not going to be welcome. As I know, there are hundreds of people who came especially this morning in order to stop us, to disturb us.
Each one has to have respect for the other one. A lady cannot go into a mosque with her shoes on and a head uncovered. They have more respect for Islam than for us Jews.
All right, a developing story that we will stay on top of.